What do they say when you get on a boat?
Dope Nostalgia presents
On the boat! Let's go!
Get ready
Right
for Sail Away Sunday.
Hey, here we go!
One, two, girl, I see ya. Just sipping tequila. On her third shot of tequila. Está loca de la cabeza. 4, 5, 6, I see ya. Round 7 tequila. From every nation. We're sailing away. Hola, mama. Hola, mama. Hola, mama. Hola, Live it up. Hola, mama. Hola, mama. Hola, mama.
It's time to join me with some special guests as we relive the Sail Away to Half Moon Cay NKOTB Cruise 2022. Well, Nad and Sab, Chair Chatter, welcome to Dope Nostalgia for the very first time.
Thank you.
We're so excited to be here.
Woo.
Yeah, I'm so excited to have had the chance to meet you guys, my Canadian friends from the other side.
Yes.
Yep.
It was a pleasure.
Some amazing things obviously happened for you guys on this cruise, and we'll get to those things shortly, but I still want to tell our listeners all about your show so they know what you guys are up to and where they can find you. So how did Chair Chatter get started?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So basically, right before the pandemic started, I went through a little bit of a dark patch. I was suffering from major anxiety and severe depression. And it wasn't my first go around with it, but this one was probably the worst that I had been through. And basically, like during my time on the sofa by myself, I said to myself, if I can pull through this, I want to do something that I enjoy doing, and I want to do it with my best friend, and I want to make people laugh. Because right now, at that moment, I said, right now, this is such a shitty time for so many people.
Yeah.
And laughter is like probably the best medicine that you could ever have. So that's how we started it. And our journey has just kind of shifted. Like we started doing one thing, and then, people started liking other things that we started doing. And then it just kind of progressed into this crazy, chaotic page.
So we didn't even know what this was going to be about, but we just went with the flow and just went with whatever we thought would make people laugh, what would be entertaining, what made us feel good, made you feel good. And we just went with that. It just unraveled to Chair Chatter.
And it's been great therapy for everyone, for our, the people who view and follow, and even for us. It's been great. We laugh along with everyone.
And it's therapeutic for sure. I know that especially with watching episodes of things that are hilarious really help when you're in pain, when you're physical or mental. So it's really good that you guys started this up, and I'm so glad that your journey has been so wonderful so far. It's been fantastic.
I thank her, but in the beginning I wasn't thankful. Let me tell you, I didn't want to fucking do this. No, I don't have time for this. I don't know. What are we doing? What are we going to do? I'm not good at this. I don't like social media. But then I'm like, you know what? Screw it. You know what? It gives us time together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We laugh, and it's been good for me. It's been good for her. So I think what she wanted to get out of it is helping her. It's helping others. So it's like a back and forth thing, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. If it's making you feel good, it's giving you something to enjoy and appreciate. That's the best thing possible, honestly. Like, I come from a similar idea with starting this podcast too. It's given me such a creative outlet, and it gives me joy every day. So I'm glad you guys have found something like that as well. And it's to become very successful too.
Yeah, it has. It has. It just our personal experiences with people has been probably the best,
I
the
agree.
best joy that we get out of everything. It's the personal,
but that just shows that when you put yourself out there, like so much stuff can happen. You get to a certain point or age in your life and you think, okay, now what? Can we make more friends? Can we experience? Can we do something different? Can we get something out of life that we never did? Can we spend more time together? Could we make more memories? And all that has happened. So we're big believers of life after 40, right?
Life
Nat?
after 40. It just starts. Life just starts after 40.
Yeah.
Amen. I agree. And that's the part thing too that makes it so appealing is because we're all the same age and we get each other.
Yeah.
So some of the antidotes, oh my goodness, like just random like dildo in a boat or something like that. You know, it's just
Wait,
I
him in
love
a while makes things interesting, you know?
I love that you're not afraid to talk about anything.
No.
Okay?
No.
I love that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to hold back. I'm not gonna lie. We fucking hold back because we're quite sure how people are gonna take it, and we don't want to deal with any, hurting people's feelings and sensitive things. But like we are,
because there's so much
open
of a
books.
cancel culture right now. Like everybody's
Mhm.
canceling everybody, and you have to be. I mean, it takes the fun out of comedy because
Yeah.
you're so afraid to say something wrong, to look a certain way, to act a certain way.
Yeah.
I feel bad for a lot of comedians that make a living out of doing this because they have to be so careful, and we have to be careful too.
Yeah, of course. But we always try to still be real, even though we're kind of tippy-toeing around certain things, right?
Yeah.
But we've always managed to stay real, and that's what everyone says to us, that they could relate, that we feel like that they feel known us, or that we cross true and authentic. So I guess we're doing something right.
Being genuine is the most important thing, regardless of whatever anybody else wants to think, right? And I think if you're not hurting anybody, you have nothing to worry about. You're not hurting anyone.
Right.
No, exactly.
Right.
We don't want to.
Exactly. Now, how did you guys, have you been New Kids fans your whole life? How did like the connection between Chair Chatter and New Kids on the Block start to happen?
We've been fans since we were 8. That was my first concert. I think I was 8 or 9.
Yeah, since the beginning. As soon as they came out, we were all over it.
Nadia had all the merch. She had all the t-shirts. We had posters.
Like we have a genuine love for Donnie. He's just been so good to us.
He's amazing.
We don't know what we did or ever can do to repay him for everything he's done for us. He's been so supportive, and
but Nadia's met him so many times throughout meetings, meet and greets, backstage, Twitter, social media. She's always had a connection with him. But then when we started Chair Chatter, I think we tagged him on a story. Yeah. And that's how it all began. He started following us and liking our stuff, commenting, and we had him on a live, and that's it. And it flirted there. It was amazing.
You can tell what a big fan he is of what you ladies do. And what brought you to my attention was just the fact that you can see the joy he gets out of watching your episodes, and it's just wonderful to see how far it's come for you guys. So this being your very first cruise, which you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
First of all, when did you get into Miami? What was getting on the boat like for you? Did you have any snafus, or how did it go?
Where do we begin with that?
God,
we arrived the night before, right? The day before?
We arrived the day before, and everything was going great. And then my anxiety kicked in. We were having dinner at Versace's mansion.
Yes.
And we were sitting.
Oh, yeah. Lovely dinner.
And I'm so mad. And I actually said to my husband the other day, I said, I'm so pissed off that I ruined our dinner.
You did not.
I said, I want to go back and redo it over again. So what ended up happening was we were having dinner, and I started getting anxiety about getting on the boat. And anybody that has some sort of social anxiety will understand how I was feeling at the time. So I literally bawled my eyes out the night before the cruise.
Panicked.
Barely slept a wink.
Neither did I, for fact.
And
oh man. I didn't know if she was going to get on that boat, honestly. We're not joking. This is no fucking joke. We did not know if she was going to get on that boat or not.
And I did. I said, okay, I got to do this. Because, we have this, we knew about the Rat Chat show that was happening
beforehand.
So knew that it was happening. And I'm like, I can't let people down. I've got 3 other teammates that are depending on me to be there. I said, so I have to go. And how can I miss this? How can I miss this cruise?
Opportunity.
The opportunity that was given to us just because I'm afraid.
Mhm.
So, you know, it was
She was afraid to let me down, that if we didn't get on that boat, I swear I was going to kick her ass.
so, yeah.
We made it this far.
If anyone's listening, I mean,
yeah.
you know, fear is just
paralyzing.
Fear is fear, and it does pass. And
Mhm.
never allow fear to stop you from doing what you want to do. And I would have kicked myself in the ass 10 times over if I wouldn't have gotten on that boat. So if anyone's listening, if I can do it, you can do it.
But she made it. She made it on the
She
boat.
did.
So that just shows that mind over matter, willpower. You know, she believed in herself. She pulled through, and she's stronger than she thinks. I tell her all the time.
Yeah.
But it's like times like that, you have to keep reminding yourself that you can kick its ass.
And you're not alone. There's a lot of people who have those kinds of fears and anxieties. So, you know, it's a lot of pressure, especially when you were thinking about having to do Rat Chat was probably adding on to that. And because, you know, you want it to go so perfectly. I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Our first time doing a live show.
In front of how many people? 3,600 people. We've never done something like that before.
We had never done like that before. We had no idea what to expect. And remember, we were with Rat Tail and we had never met. So here we are, like the day before our show, meeting for the first time, trying to get this show together. And then we thought that the show was going to be on the Sunday. And then
they switched it to the Saturday.
And we're like, we are not ready. We are not prepared. So literally me, Sab, Chris, and Adrian were like crying in our room. No, literally tears.
No. There's no
shaking, holding hands, saying, guys, we can do this.
Oh, yeah.
It was such a beautiful moment, though.
Beautiful.
It
Diarrhea. Beautiful. All beautiful moments.
Any barfing? Maybe
no puking.
I came out the other way.
Yeah.
I came out the other way.
The bowels were upset.
Fucking the nerves. But it was exciting. It was exciting.
It was exciting. And it was such a well-kept secret too, because like I remember hearing Donnie's announcement that morning and going, no way. This is amazing.
Yeah. Oh, really? Did you heard it? Because
on the PA, remember?
I remember
outside praying on the balcony. I was in the bathroom, like, you know what? I ran out with my pants down to my knees, almost tripped, and I got her and I, listen to PA. Donnie's announcing us. Holy shit, we can't back out now.
She literally had tissue paper in her
between my
hands.
ass cheeks. I swear.
And I was on the balcony with tears in my eyes and literally my hands folded as I was praying. And Serena came on. I looked at her and I go, what is wrong with you? She goes, Donnie's announcing that we're going to do the show. And I'm what the fuck is going on?
Do you know that we've never told this story? This is the first time. We should do this.
I think
I don't, not to this detail.
Well, there you go. Look, Naomi,
maybe without the toilet details, but this
one got. Man.
Yeah, it was
gold.
It was pandemonium in our room at that moment.
It was a box that fucking room. Okay. Oh man, good times. But see how you talk about it, all these like it all comes back to you, all these emotions, all the feelings.
And I wouldn't change
anything.
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and I see you guys had it so well organized and thought out as it was going. But I was like, I was telling Adrian, I'm like, I'm so proud of you because you just seemed like she was so quick-witted in the moment. Her comebacks and stuff. And I'm like,
oh yeah,
for me, I don't know if I could do it.
She's good.
Adrian is a pro.
Yeah,
like
she's cool.
She
collective.
She can keep her cool
Yeah.
under pressure.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, she comes quick, answers quick. And I'm telling you, honestly, we didn't know anything an hour before we got on stage. Like to how we wanted to be introduced, the music, in what order we were going to play games, what we were going to do, everything an hour before with all the producers.
Mhm.
And people didn't know that. And
we didn't fucking know that either.
See,
So,
that's
like,
the thing. While we were watching, there's no way we would have known that this hadn't been like rehearsed in any way, right? So
zero
kudos to you guys. Amazing.
Yeah.
Obviously, we were prepared with the questions and stuff that we were going to do, but I'm going to be honest, details and stuff, we just went on stage.
We
and
winged it.
That's it.
It's probably more fun that way for everybody doing it that way.
It was.
100%.
It was a lot of fun. And we're grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah.
We honestly were super grateful.
I think the best, and we both agreed, even Rat Tail, the best feeling of all that was that Donnie trusted us, okay, because he had no idea what we were going to ask him, what we were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
He trusted us to go on there and put on a show with respect and not make him look like a fool or us look like fools. And that's like, that was big for us.
Yeah, that was huge for us.
Oh, well, you could tell this was something that was really exciting for him too. I think it gave him something new and fun and fresh to do that they hadn't done yet. And so he didn't even know what you guys were going to ask him, right?
He wanted to know nothing.
That's
I love it.
He freaking trusted us, boy. I don't know.
For those of you who haven't seen, the entire Rat Chat is up on the Rat Tail YouTube page, so you can see the how everything went down. Yeah. Wow, it was one of my highlights of the cruise. Absolutely.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Once you get yourself situated, you're on the boat, you're in your cabin, you're getting ready for Love Eternal nights. What did you ladies wear? And first of all, did you spend a lot of time planning out your themes for every night, or did you kind of just go with the flow?
Sab and I are not planners.
No, we are, but we don't overthink it too much. We had our outfits planned out.
Yeah,
but
we knew what we were taking with
we
us.
didn't go crazy.
No.
Most of the stuff we had, we actually purchased the Love Eternal outfits. We wanted to kind of match. We went with red, and I got mine from Amazon. She got hers from Shein. And you know what? We got a great deal and we rocked those dresses, Nad. Those dresses were amazing.
They were so nice.
I felt like $1 million.
But you know what? I'll tell you something right now. We were so mad at ourselves when we got back from the cruise because we were going through all of our photos and we didn't get one in like a full dress. And we were so mad. So at Christmas, when we did our photo shoot, we ordered outfits and they didn't come on time. And Sab's like, we are meant to wear those dresses because we weren't really able to put them on display, and we wore them. And guess what? It turned out to be the most beautiful photo shoot we've done so far. So
there's something magical about red, eh?
Something magical about red.
Yeah. It does bring a special feeling, and it's just fun.
What did you end up wearing for GPS night? Did you wear something Canadian?
Yes, I had one of those like parental advisory shirts that said straight out of Edmonton. And then I had I wore like a red baseball jersey type thing, and on the back it just said part of the A team.
A-team, awesome. Perfect.
Yes. Yeah. So I loved it. And then every time I remember turning a corner by the bar one time and seeing a girl wearing an Oilers jersey, and we just had this moment where we stared at each other and went and just kind of like screamed. Because like, awesome. You're my people. You're my people. Never saw her again. But
never there were so many Canadians on the cruise. It was so beautiful to see. I loved it. I loved it.
And speaking of which, actually, I had a moment where I ran into the night ladies, Marlene and Jordan John's sisters, Allison and Sharon. And I wanted to take a moment to like chat as if they had the time, but without bothering them. I wanted them just to, and they were so sweet because Marlene had actually engaged me with like a couple questions. She asked me, "Oh, you're from Canada?" She said, she asked me where. And she's like, this whole time, this is on day 4. She's like, I haven't met anyone from Ontario yet. And I said, oh, well, I don't know if you know the ladies from Chair Chatter, but they're from Ontario. So I'm
Oh.
not sure. I'm not sure if she got a chance to see your show.
I don't know.
I don't know if I don't think they did, because we were trying to actually, I think, well, not us, but I think Donnie was trying to get a few of the guys to come on
To
the
join
show.
us.
Luckily enough, we were able to get John to join us, which was a lot of fun.
Yes.
But I think that Jordan was with his family members, and I think they had gone out to dinner or something.
That was
like that.
Danny, I think.
Danny, but I think Jordan as well.
too.
They were busy.
And Joe had to rehearse for his.
Joe was rehearsing, so we got really lucky with John joining us.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He was so
I
much.
know.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was having a good time too. I felt like John was a breath of fresh air throughout the entire.
He let loose.
Chill. He was
let
chill.
loose.
They
It
said
was-
we got him speaking, we got him talking, we got him out of his comfort zone.
Yeah.
He was all like vibrating and all that goodness, and oh yeah.
It was so fun to see him that way.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it just, every night when he was like letting loose and stuff too, especially the night when his mom came up and spoke to everybody, and him and Harley had emotional moments and such. I'm like, this is really good for him. I'm so happy to see John happy and get how excited he gets about things.
It was beautiful. We only got a chance to see that on video because Sabrina and I, what night was that?
That was Halloween night,
right?
Yeah, we
I
cried.
saw your story on
We
Instagram.
were out like a light. I think it's because of the adrenaline leading up to the show.
Mhm.
And then Nadia had other reasons why she was out like a light. But
because I took Ativan before the show. So I was flying high as a kite. And then once the show was done, I just
came down.
I was down off my high, and I just
My back
right
started
out.
freaking killing me because I
Yes.
came on my period. It was just like,
Did you say your back or your box? I heard box.
my box was gonna hurt, but my back hurt first. And then we ended up sleeping, and then I woke up. I'm like, oh my God. And so I went on the live. I streamed on the live, and I'm like, oh my God, Nad. What? And we actually got to watch his mom on stage and making that speech and everything. It was
It
really,
was
really nice.
so beautiful. It was
Wasn't
so,
it?
so beautiful
So we
for
did see
women. It was,
Yeah.
she said everything that we needed to hear.
Yep.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yeah, she's sweet.
Yeah, especially like from someone who's had the opportunities that life has brought her, and the beautiful life that she's had. It's nice to hear how there's an inspiration that goes both ways. She inspires us and vice versa. I never thought for a second that like watching us would mean so much to her.
Exactly. I was like, I can't believe it. Like, she's so proud of us. She's so proud of us for letting loose and living our best lives. And, it was, I loved it. It was so touching. It was beautiful.
You know what? We were inspired. We were inspired too. Remember, that's why we told everyone that they all had BPE on the boat. The women, their energy,
That's right.
details, they like would do anything to have a good time. That showed confidence. That showed like determination. Like that's like freaking, that's so sexy.
Agreed.
That's what right?
Agreed.
Yeah.
It was good to see everybody have such a good time and treat each other well. And, I loved everybody I got to run into. And of course, there's all the people that you've never met before, but you knew on social media that you got to meet.
That was the best for us.
It was
honestly.
the best feeling.
Mhm.
It was just, you're walking down like the hallway and somebody will call you, Nad Sab, and you turn around and you're like, oh my gosh, I finally get to meet you. It was just, we had lunches with people and dinners
They
with
shared
others.
intimate stories with us.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
And just to put that face behind the IG, like, like we're always talking, never get to see someone face to face. That was nice to see everyone.
It was
in
beautiful.
person.
It was beautiful. The whole experience of the cruise, even though it was a New Kids cruise, I think for every individual person that was there, it was almost like a growth experience.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't any sense or if anybody understands that,
Yeah.
but for me, and I think for Sab
Yeah.
too, we kind of grew and blossomed on that trip.
Yeah.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Dope Nostalgia listeners, I love you and I thank you so much for being a part of this show and its success over the last 2 years. We have what's called Patreon for those who want to support the show financially. For as little as $1 a month, you can become a subscriber and get bonus content, early podcast release, all kinds of cool behind-the-scenes stuff, and more. There's different tiers of membership starting at only $1 a month. And we even have some special merch for you guys who are in it for the long run. So please join our Patreon. It's at www.patreon.com/dope nostalgia.
Everything is magic, all from the blue. It's part of the good times and all that you do. So where will you be when the magic strikes you? There's magic in the real thing. You never know wherever you go, you might find magic in a Coca-Cola classic. Can't be the real thing. There's magic in the real thing. Can't be the real thing.
I think a lot of it has to do because of the pandemic, not being able to go anywhere for I think that we felt free.
It was
almost.
liberating.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was a huge taste of normalcy, but at the same time, yes, of freedom again, and just taking in the moment as it's happening and going, I can't believe this is what's going on, like that we're doing this.
Yeah.
Because 2 years ago we weren't doing anything, you know,
anything. And it was 4 days of living life like unusually. Like we don't live our life like that, like always on the go, not sleeping. Like
yeah.
It was just like, I felt like life outside of there didn't exist. Does that make sense? That's how I felt. We were just like, you know what, going back to why we didn't get pictures of our full thing, it was like 4 days of our life that we didn't live through social media.
Yeah.
We usually do because of chair chatter.
Yeah.
But I felt like we really lived in the moment. We really like put our phones down and we were like trying to really absorb everything that was going around us.
We did.
And we didn't take a lot of pictures. We didn't do we're like, oh my God, we didn't get that. We didn't get that. We didn't get that. But that just made me realize that we were living in the moment.
Yeah, we were. It was a beautiful thing. Beautiful.
That is true. I've seen like one of the nice things is when that happens to us, I'm sure a lot of people wanted to do pictures with you. So then you'll see them pop up all around later. And then you're like, oh, that was such a great moment.
It was
so nice meeting everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone was just so kind, so nice. I want to cry just talking about it because it just brings back all these beautiful feelings. I mean, we will never, ever, ever, I don't think we'll be able to ever top that.
No. We felt special. People made us feel special. Like, I don't want to get corny or anything, but we did. Like we felt like, not that we're nobody, but we felt like extra somebodies. I don't know how to say it.
Or extra nobody.
Or extra nobodies.
No, I think it was special for everybody because there's a bond on that boat that other people just don't have. We have that one mutual thing in common, which brings us together in a beautiful way. And I feel like that final night too, when, you know, party Lido deck 6 a.m. I felt like we were in Donnie's church, not in a weird way, like it's church, but do you know what I mean? Like with the emotions that came out and the bawling.
I think Nadia can't pass 11 o'clock. She's in bed. We were partying. We did not stop partying from 10 o'clock to like 7 o'clock in the morning. We were actually the last ones on that Lidl deck.
I remember saying goodbye to you guys at around that time when we pulled in the port.
And Nadia's like, Sab, what time is it? I'm like, it's 5. And she's like, I don't feel like it is. I'm not even tired. What the hell's happening? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, we were just so energized. We did not want to leave the
The
boat.
Mhm.
No.
There's a photo, Gacky girls were on the show, and there's a really cute photo of Sab and Samantha, who is a lot taller than you, Sab. And it's really, and it's supposed to be at the concert.
Yes.
It's a little video snippet, I think, actually. And I think it was at one of the concerts. And I was like, this is the cutest thing ever.
Did she kiss me on the head? Did she kiss me in the head? Was that
I
one?
can't remember. I can't
Yeah.
remember, but I think she's, well, easily a foot taller than you.
Oh yeah, easy.
Easy.
If not
Oh,
more.
yeah,
If not
more. More. Yeah, that was great.
Her and her sisters. She had 3 other sisters. Like,
Two or three?
Yeah. All
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, Ashley and Alana. I say
Yeah.
her name wrong. Elena. I say it wrong all the time. I'll get it right.
All 3 of them. They're so nice. Yeah, it was nice
Lovely.
being next to them. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's big highlights are meeting all these people like that we hung out with on social media for the last 2 years. But going back to like the nightly thing, bring back the time night. What did you guys dress up as?
Bring back we just dressed up like 80s.
Yeah.
We had 80s.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
I was.
That was cute.
That was a good night.
That was a great
Yeah,
night.
the guys were amazing. Wigs. All I remember is the wigs.
You know what? Actually,
And the rain and
when
good.
when we go back to our videos of the cruise, it
Mhm.
always we always go back to that night. We had the best footage. They were having so much fun on stage together.
Yeah.
It was just, and then
was
there
fun.
was sprinkles of rain every
Yeah,
once in a
it felt
while.
so good.
It was
Mhm.
just, it was so
Yeah, that was
fun that
fun.
night.
That was fun.
It really was. I think that was my favorite night of all 4. Definitely. I mean, we had a good location. I was with Chris and Adrian and Christine HK and Jenny Wu and all of our group of friends. You know that whole meow meow crew.
Yeah.
So
that's
fun.
us.
That-
And Chrissy and everybody. So we had a great spot, and it was just lovely being with everybody for that. Especially because like we all live so far apart.
Yeah, we do.
You know, I thank
We-
God that we have things like Zoom.
Oh,
It's so
Right?
great.
Yeah.
Zoom and FaceTime and we're
Yeah.
very lucky.
Yeah.
Very lucky.
And it's funny too when I'm telling them like I'm further away from you physically than I am from those guys in California. It's
Yeah,
technically quicker for me to get there, and it's
absolutely.
I know,
What's the
it's weird.
flight time between you guys?
okay to get to San Francisco. If I were to go direct, it'd probably be 2.5, 3 hours.
Wow, that's
Wow.
crazy.
But of course you can't. Well, now you can get out of Edmonton direct, but during the mixtape tour, you couldn't. No,
Is
you had
that-
to go through Vancouver.
That's
Edmonton's
crazy.
not even an international airport, I swear.
Wait, you guys don't
Yeah.
have an actual international airport?
We do. That's what it's called. But I swear you have to go through Calgary, Vancouver, Toronto to even leave anywhere to get out of the country. Forget about it.
Well, that sucks balls.
Yeah.
Mm. I'm slightly exaggerating, but not really.
Yeah.
What part of Toronto are you guys in?
We're actually in the greater Toronto area. So we're like in the little vicinity that surrounds Toronto.
Yes.
So yeah, we're probably about 30 minutes to downtown. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's
Um,
great.
I've been there once in my life. Have you been out to Western Canada?
You know what? I haven't been
Me
to
neither.
I haven't been to the East Coast or the
I
West
know.
Coast.
And I know.
I think
No.
the furthest I've been is Quebec, like in
Mhm.
Montreal.
Yeah, that's it for me too.
And that's
Such a
it.
huge country. I feel it's crazy. Like I feel guilty because I haven't been to like the Maritimes and stuff, but it's like it costs more to go do that than to fly to
Thank-
like Vegas or
thank-
even England.
I know that doesn't make sense.
It's very pricey to fly in our own country. And the thing is that us Canadians, we want to travel south because we want to get away from the cold.
Yeah.
Yep.
Most of the months up here in Canada are cold.
Cold.
Yep.
So get a chance, we just want to go down. We want to go south.
Exactly. I hate the ice even more than ever now. So
It's
I say fuck winter.
weather. We're meant for the beach. I need to live on a beach.
No, but everyone always says, "Oh, but you guys are from Canada. Are you used to it?
No,
Aren't you?"
I'll
I
never
know.
get used to
I
it.
fucking hate it every single time it comes.
But that's why we won't get used to it, because we don't like it. Do you understand? We don't
And we
want to.
Tell me you say to yourself every year when that snow starts falling, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Full time.
I hate it.
And all these people are always like, oh, it's so beautiful. And I'm like,
No.
it's called hoarfrost for a reason.
Fall is beautiful just to look at, and that's about it. That's it. That's all. I'm done with it after that.
Yeah. I hate it. I hate it.
I love my country. I do. It's just
I-
winter. I'm like, every year I say to myself, I'm still living here. Why?
Yeah. Canada is a
Yeah.
great country.
You know why? Do you want to know the truth? Why? It's
Mhm.
because you can't take all the people that matter to you with you. If you're going, you're leaving. You're fucking leaving on your own. That's the reason why I'm still here.
We're here for our friends and family and
Right? I'm being
And-
honest. That's why I'm here.
yeah. But honestly, like we have a lot of benefits. We get a lot of amazing things in life being a Canadian. That I guess is a trade for the weather. What are some of the moments that stood out for you? Obviously, Rat Chat was awesome, but
Yeah.
were there any other things that you come to mind that were like moments that you'll never forget?
I
There's so
think
many.
you know what? I think this one will sum it up for me.
Yeah.
But I think it was just meeting people that we've like for the very first time coming up to us, expressing their like deepest, darkest secrets and how they've been through such a hard time and things
Yeah.
that are going on in their lives and feeling the comfort in opening up to us.
Yeah. And telling us that we help them through their darkest
I've
times.
never
Like we never
experienced
thought that we can have that impact on
It was
people. For me too. It's the same, right? We always say it. I think the best thing is meeting people, talking to them one-on-one, and letting us know that we made a difference in their lives. Just being and we got them through a rough,
Yeah.
shitty time in their life.
I think that's what stood out for me the most, me and Sab the most is
100%.
is letting like just hearing people say that we've made a difference for them in their life. And that
Yeah.
was our main goal.
Yeah.
That was our
telling us personal things. And we had someone tell us that for some reason they felt that we have like a gift, maybe like that we're not judgmental, and that's why people feel safe to tell us personal things.
I feel like your openness about your experiences are very relatable for so many. Your candidness and the fact that you guys don't there's no fear there to talk about things that a lot of people are scared to talk about. I think it's refreshing. I think it's needed. I think it makes people gravitate towards you, and it's really something that I find very appealing, and I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for being so open about the things you've gone through, because it helps me feel better about I'm not alone in those types of feelings and thoughts.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Oh, thank you for
Yeah,
that.
that's sweet. Thanks.
Yeah. You know what, going through those deep, dark times, it's difficult for anybody. I know I don't ever want to return to that awful space again.
Mhm.
But if I ever do, I know that so many other people are out there who are just waiting to help me get through it.
Exactly.
So we've built just a beautiful community, and we're both so fucking grateful for it.
Yes. Yeah.
We're so grateful. So we thank you guys as well.
Yeah. It's a lovely reminder that no matter what, you're not alone, and we all feel different things, and we're all there for each other. It's so sweet. I love it that we're all together on this.
It's
Uh,
Yeah. And I'm really excited that you finally got to be on the show.
We didn't think we
No.
were going to make it.
No,
Last
if you-
minute plans are always the best ones.
Thank you for having us. Honestly, and for
course.
us to be a part
Yeah.
of it. We are grateful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we can all reunite.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
manifest it.
I'm hoping October. That'll be perfect. Again, to do October. Then we get I want to get like one of those rooms with like a balcony this time.
Where did you guys stay?
We had an interior stateroom on Lido deck level. So it was nice because it was convenient to get back to the room. And then I just go to the washroom in my own room and then have to like,
Oh yeah, that is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
great.
so that was
But
pretty
no,
sweet. But no window.
No.
I was like, I'm just here to pass out and get ready every day.
Well, what passed out? You didn't even pass out. You didn't even
I
get a chance
see.
to sleep. So really, when were you there? Just to brush your teeth
and get
and
ready.
take a piss.
That
go.
night, the very last night when we were up till like 6, 7 a.m., I made sure everything was packed. And then I told my roommate, I'm just going to rest my eyes for, and she couldn't even get me up. She said, I was like shaking you. And I'm like, holy
Oh my
shit.
God.
It's like that
It
is the level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
It was rough.
I know. That's true. That's all you need is a bed. The balcony, the only reason why we used the balcony was
To pray.
to pray, and Nadia to get away from my farts. That was fun.
Our hot box.
She hotboxed it.
I did. I have a problem.
Aw.
But anyways, that's the only reason why we used it. So you're good. You're good.
All right. Well, I love you guys and thank you now for all you've done and being here today with me. I appreciate it.
Aw, we hope
you.
you feel better. Recover quickly.
Yes.
I got it. I'll get through it.
Live it up, girl, live it up, girl. I don't drink, but I'll watch you. Live it up, girl, live it up.
Join me next week for more tales of our adventures out at sea with the new kids on the block.